Welcome back to the channel, friends. Today we're going to do something I've never done before. We're going to smoke some pork bellies. I'm going to smoke a couple of pieces, and the rest of the pork belly I'm going to make into what they call pork belly burnt ends with a real sweet glaze, and cook them with cherry smoke on the smoker. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this up, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm starting to cut this pork belly. What I'm going to do is smoke these two single pieces by themselves, and I will make slices for sandwiches out of these guys. But for the burnt ends, you see how I've cut strips off of the pork belly, and then I cut it into cubes. Once these cubes have a rub on them and we smoke them and cook the fat down, then we're going to put some sauce and glaze and stuff like that on them. So I'm going to continue cutting these into cubes, and I'll bring you right back. Welcome back. I've got the pork belly cubed up into cubes that I'm going to do the burnt ends with, and then I've got the couple of pieces I'm going to cook whole to make sandwich slices out of. What I'm going to do is cover all of this today with the Killer Hogs, the barbecue rub. The thing about this is you need to get all sides covered, all sides, including the edges. So I'm going to start doing this, and I'll bring you back as soon as I'm done. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I have the rub applied to these burnt ends, these pieces. What I'm going to do now is take a cooking rack, and I'm going to spray some olive oil on that rack and start placing these pieces on this cooking sheet, fat cap up. Just like this. Leave a little room between them so they can get that good bark on them as they're smoking. By the way, I'm smoking this with cherry wood. I think it should come out great. Very tasty. Make sure you leave plenty of room. What I'm going to do is take this cooking grate and just take it out of the pan and put it in the smoker and let them smoke on this grate. So once I'm done, I'll bring you back. Okay, we're back, and I'm going to stick these pork burnt ends on the smoker. I got the smoker temperature up to 275. I need to maintain that for about 3 hours. So as you can see, I have my water pan in here, like always, and then I have a probe here to tell me how hot the cooking chamber is. So I'm going to take this little rack, and I'm going to put it on the grill itself. Just like this. I have another rack over here with a few extra on it. I'm going to put this rack right here. There we go. Now up on top, I'm going to stick the 2 solid pieces for sandwiches up there on top. And I had a couple of other pieces that weren't good enough for the burnt ends. I'm going to stick them on this extra rack. So I got 10 pounds of pork belly in here. That's a lot of meat. So now I need to smoke it with this cherry wood for 3 hours. I'm going to come out and then take these burnt ends off and put them in a nice sweet sauce. So I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back for a minute. I have something special to talk about. Our young puppy, the chocolate Labrador, turned 1 year old on Wednesday. So we're going to celebrate a little bit with him. I'll go get him.
Michael.
This is Michael.
Michael.
He
Mikey.
is a hot, steaming mess. I turn it off.
Oh, Jesus. Wait.
I told you.
Michael.
Okay, we're back. Pork belly's been on the fire for about 3.5 hours. The big chunks I cooked to slice for sandwiches, they're ready. I'm going to go ahead and take them off. But the burnt ends need another 30 minutes. So here we go. Ooh. Look at that bark. Man, it looks good. All right, the burnt ends are going to stay another 30 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. It's time to take the burnt ends, pork belly off. I'm going to go ahead and take them off and put them in the pans and then take them into the house. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I'm fixing to take these burnt ends and put them in this pan here. We're going to put them in the oven covered with foil for an hour and make them really tender and juicy. So what I'm doing is I'm taking them off the rack, stacking them in this pan like so. Just stand them up on the end, just like they cooked. They're nice and they're done. And once I get all these in there, I'll bring you right back. Okay, we're back. We're going to make up a sauce for these to cook for another hour. So what it calls for is brown sugar all over. Cover it up. Cover them up with brown sugar.
Mom?
Okay, we've got the brown sugar and we need to put the butter in the pan. It's about 1.5 sticks of butter. And then we need to wrap it with foil and put it back on the grill at 275 for another hour. So I'm going to wrap it up and we'll take it back to the grill and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We've taken the pork bellies off the smoker after cooking them for 1.5 hours in this liquid. So what we're going to do now is take them one by one and stack them in this pan, and then put another sauce on them and cook them for like 15 minutes to caramelize that sauce. This sauce is made out of 1 cup of barbecue sauce, 1/4 cup of apple juice, 1/4 cup of apple jelly, and a tablespoonful of hot sauce to give it a little bite. So I'll be right back once I get them stacked in here. Oh yeah. Shit. Here we go with the sauce. 1 cup of barbecue sauce, 1/4 cup of apple juice, 1/4 cup of apple jelly, and a tablespoon of hot sauce. Here we go. Gonna pour this all over the meat and put it back in the smoker for 15 minutes so it can caramelize. And I'll be back with you. Okay, we have let the burnt ends pork belly caramelize, and I'm going to take some out of the pan, and oh, I can tell those are really tender, and that was the object, to get them really tender. Oh, and the fat rendered out. The fat's gone. There's no more fat. And I did my couple of big pieces for sliced sandwiches, just to get that flavor. So I have to let it cool for just a second, and I'm going to give it a try. Oh my God. It's really hot, but it's so succulent and juicy. It's like candy. So I suggest you try to do a pork belly like this. I think you'll really like it. So please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time, maybe doing turkey legs.